Decades ago, in the lands of between, Queen Marika the Eternal, the holder of Elden Ring, breaks the Elden Ring and disappears. After which her children the demigods, hold the shards of the Elden Ring, called the Great Runes, corrupting them with power and causing an uprist in the kingdom, with each demigod claiming different regions of the lands of between. But all hope is not lost, as a young tarnished soldier is fated to become the next Elden Lord. A young hooded girl on her white horse arrives at the sleeping tarnished, a common man belonging to a group of exiles. Believing that this tarnished is fated to find the Elden Ring and become the next holder of the Elden Ring, the hooded girl leaves without revealing herself, giving a hint to reappearing later on the tarnished journey. As the tarnish awakens by a drop of grace, he makes his way through the gates of Limgrave, one of the regions in the lands in between. He soon learns about grace, the golden light which guides the tarnished people to their destiny, even if the destiny is their grave. As the tarnished soldier continues his search for the Elden Ring, he meets the hooded girl once again. This time she reveals her identity. As she takes down her hood, she reveals herself to be an innocent-looking girl named Melina. She informs the tarnished that he needs a maiden in his journey, and the hooded girl offers to be the tarnished maiden, to help him achieve the strength of ruins and get to the Elden Ring. She offers him a ring which he can use to call Torrent, the white horse which originally belongs to Melina. In return, she asks the tarnished to take her to the Erd tree, a giant bright golden tree which is the heart of the Elden Ring. Melina reveals that the Erd tree is the place where she was born and she must return to it. The tarnished accepts and he continues his journey. Along his way, he comes across a snow witch named Rena. Rena gifts a bell to the tarnished, through which he can call the fourth spirits to his help, and she disappears right after, stating that she does not intend to meet the tarnished again. Later on his way, the tarnished is faced in a battle against Margit the Fell, who intend to stop him from entering the Stormvale Castle. Engaging in his first major battle, the tarnished manages to defeat Margit, and this is when Melina reappears at a grace site. She reveals that she has been testing the tarnished to see if he is able to achieve the Elden Ring, and now that she is confident about him, Melina offers to take the tarnished to the Roundable Hold, a place where all the tarnished champions in search of the Elden Ring gather. Soon he learns that in order to restore the Elden Ring, the tarnished must gather all the runes from the demigods of the lands in between. As the tarnished moves forward, he meets with Gostok, the gatekeeper of the castle. Gostok dislikes his lord Godric, the ruler of Limgrave, and leads the tarnished towards the castle, where he engages in battle against Godric the Lord of Golden. During the battle, Godric cuts one of his arms and replaces it with the head of a dragon, increasing his strength tremendously. But the tarnished still manages to defeat it, and takes the first rune in his journey towards the Elden Ring. Gostok finally gets an opportunity to take out all of his frustration on his dead lord's corpse, stomping it repeatedly. After this, the tarnished makes its way to the Grand Library in Liurnia, another region of the lands in between. As he opens the doors of the library and walks inside, he is stopped by Queen Ranella and her librarians. As the tarnished fights Queen Ranella, she keeps giving birth to new librarians and portray a motherly character all the while. After defeating her in the library, she summons a much stronger image of herself and transforms the library in an ocean in front of the moon. Another battle initiates and the tarnishes defeats her yet again. The tarnished takes the great rune of the unborn and moves to his next target, General Radahn, the strongest demigod. Using an ancient artifact, the tarnished travels to the region of Caelid, where he learns about a festival arranged by the army of Radahn, to invite the greatest warriors to come and fight General Radahn in order to claim his great rune. It is revealed that the general has lost his mind due to a curse called the Scarlet Rot, and to free him out of his misery, the champions are called to come and kill him. As the festival begins, the tarnished makes its way into the battlefield, where he faces a blood-hungry Radahn. After a fierce battle, the tarnished manages to defeat the general and claim its great rune. After which, Melina appears and asks him to push forward on his journey as he is very near to the Erd tree and fulfilling the promise he made to Melina. The tarnished successfully takes her to the base of the Erd tree, and here Melina parts ways with him, giving him the power of turning runes into strength and passing the ownership of her steed Torn onto the tarnished. She claims she has to fulfill her purpose that her mother gave her, and for that she must stay at the Erd tree, but promises to guide him whenever he summons her using the grace. Later at the Erd tree, the tarnished faces the spirit of Godfrey, the first Elden Lord, and manages to defeat it. As the tarnished makes its way towards entering the Erd tree, he is faced with Morgott, the Omen King, who is another demigod and holder of a great rune. After defeating it, the tarnished claims its rune, but he is unable to enter the Erd tree due to its thorns and strong branches. This is when Melina appears and informs him that he needs the Flame of Ruin to get past the tree's thornsa and enter the Erd Tree. Before moving towards the Flame of Ruin, the Tarnished makes his way to the mountains where he again meets the Snow Witch Rena. Rena asks him to bring the hidden treasure of the eternal city of Nokron in return of a precious gift, and the Tarnished accepts her quest. As the Tarnished brings the hidden treasure to Rena, she gives him the inverted statue of Carian in return. Upon placing the statue in the Carian study hall, a secret path to the divine tower of Liurnia is opened. At the top of the tower, the Tarnished finds the curse mark of death near a dead body. After this, the Tarnished visits the Ainsel River, where he contacts the lunar princess Rani, through grace. She asks him to defeat the baleful shadows in Astel, a malformed star born in the distant void. After defeating it, the Tarnished makes his way back to the Grand Library, where he retrieves the Dark Moon rings from one of the closed chest boxes. He puts the ring on the frozen body of Rani and she fades away. Rena, the Snow Witch, appears at the scene, and it turns out that Rani is in Rena's doll body, and she tells the Tarnished that she must travel to the night sky to find her purpose before leaving. This tells us the fate of the lunar princess Rani. Now when he is ready, the Tarnished makes his way towards the giant's gravepost in order to retrieve the Flame of Ruin, so that he can burn the Erd Tree's thorns and enter it. At the giant's gravepost in the mountains, the Tarnished faces the fire giant, who is the guardian of the Rune of Flame. After an intense battle with a fire giant, the Tarnished makes its way on top of the giant's forge, where he meets with Melina, and she puts him to sleep before activating the Flame of Ruin, absorbing the fire from the forge and burning the Erd Tree's thorns. Melina sacrifices herself to open the path to the Erd Tree for the Tarnished. The Tarnished wakes up in the ruined city of Farum Azula while the Erd Tree burns. There he engages in a battle against the clergyman Beast, who later transforms into Melekith, the Black Blade, another powerful boss. After defeating it, the Tarnished sets free the Rune of Death, and he is teleported back to the base of the burning Erd Tree. There he is stopped by Sir Gideon the All-Knowing, who is himself a Tarnish and the leader of the Round Table Hold. He claims that no one should be able to attain the throne of Elden Lord and fights the Tarnished champion to death. As Sir Gideon falls to death, he warns the Tarnish of facing Queen Marika, as even his powers cannot defeat a god like her. As the Tarnished champion continues to enter the Erd Tree, he is yet again faced with Godfrey, the first Elden Lord. This time Godfrey is in his physical form, with his spirit animal lion attached on his back. Midway through the battle, Godfrey combines itself with its lion spirit and gains immense strength. After an intense battle, the Tarnished defeats Godfrey and makes his way inside the Erd Tree. Once inside the Erd Tree, the Tarnish finds Queen Marika's broken body withheld in the sky with a spear ripping through her chest. She falls down, and Radagon, her male half, awakens to fight the Tarnished. In the first phase of the final boss battle, Radagon fights in his physical self. After defeating him in his physical body, he transforms into an Elden Beast, the guardian of the Elden Tree. And the Tarnished champion engages in his last battle before he can achieve the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord. After the greatest battle of the game, the Tarnished manages to defeat the Elden Beast, after which the Tarnished gains access to Marika's shattered corpse, which contains the remains of the Elden Ring. Depending on the Tarnished's actions throughout the game, 6 different endings can then be achieved, ranging from the Tarnished becoming the Elden Lord, to allowing the Elden Ring to be destroyed by Rani the Witch, or using the Frenzied Flame to destroy the lands between. In every ending to the story, the Tarnished champion achieved its fate. Guided by the golden light of grace, the Tarnished did what most of the great champions of the lands in between could not. Although the land of betweens might stay cursed, but ending the greed-driven rule of the demigods in different regions of the lands of between bring hope to this cursed land.